Very welcome, oh, sweet, lovely.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so very happy to have you on my platform.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is Lydia Boafo's YouTube channel. If today is your first time, it's a platform that we try our best to bring something that is very important and you learn a lot from here. So kindly subscribe and like and share with others so that some others also can learn from what we are going to do today. Yeah, so today I have a special guest with me. Yeah, I call her Jess Abby, right?
Just Abby Aaron.
Yes, Abby. Yeah. Can you like tell us a little bit about Just Abby when we say Just Abby? Just Abby, the meaning, yeah, maybe,
Okay. Yeah. So my name is Abby, Abby Osei Obese. And when I was coming up with my content creating stuff, I was just looking for a name that would kind of resonate. Like I am just Abby Aaron. So it's just Abby Aaron. I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse leader with experience, background in med surg, surgical trauma, administration, teaching. And so I just wanted a name, and I feel like this name kind of makes me very personal. That I am just Abby Aaron, regardless of other things that I do. I still hold myself. It's not a humbling way to describe myself. That all people are like, oh, you do this, you do that, but I'm just Abby Aaron, and I can be as personal as anybody wants me to be.
Wow, beautiful. I was so happy the last time when I was on your live, TikTok live. And
Mhm.
what made me actually invite you was like you were saying how your husband encouraged you and how I love that part so much because most of what I talk about is about marriage and those kind of
Okay.
stuff. Time I hear things like that, it just touch my heart. It makes me happy.
Right.
It's Friday. So
Yeah.
oh, I better have to, invite you so that we can
Right.
about that. So we know where we're coming from, like our
Mhm.
background, Ghana. Once
Yeah.
you get married, especially when children comes through, it won't even take your husband mind to like pushing my wife to go to certain, to do education stuff. It's not easy.
It's
So
not.
for him pushing you, like supporting you was so impressed. I'm like, wow, this is wonderful. So can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit about how it came up, like your husband was encouraging you, telling you all this to go back to school for your Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Right. So I have background in business administration.
Hmm.
Back home in Ghana, I studied marketing and business management in the university. So when it came to healthcare, um, I only got introduced here. So when I met my husband then, he was living in the state of Delaware, and he was in a master's program in management information system, but he was also working part-time, and he was working as a STNA. So at some point when he came in, he had the dream of getting into nursing. But because he was a building and technology guy, he's done that, worked with Board in Ghana. He wanted to go into IT. And so he kind of, when we met, he was in school. He had experiences in that. And I was in school, but I didn't know what I was doing. Honestly, I just wanted to go to school. I wanted to see what I could do here. So I was encouraged to get into like any of the classes, do most of the requirements just to see where it's going to lead me. So when I met him, I was working as a food service worker in a hospital. And after maybe 2 or 3 months of conversation, meeting each other and all that, he's like, you look like a nurse to me. And I was like, okay, here we go. Because my dad back home, when I completed senior high school, wanted me to be a nurse.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and I told my dad no. I was fearful of blood, and you know how when you don't want something, you find thousand reasons
Yes.
to do it. So I was like, no. So when my husband said that at that time he was my boyfriend, I was like, please do not remind me of my dad.
Yeah.
because this conversation happened 10 years ago and we're not going to open it up back up. So he was like, no, you can try it, but try it as an STNA, go to school for it and see whether you like it because you already work in the hospital environment.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. I took a month off from work, told them I was going to Ghana, then enrolled in an STNA program for 2 weeks. So for the 2 weeks, that's all I did. And then we did that for 10 days. Then 2 days out of that, you go to a nursing home. And that's when he told me that it's not pretty. It's not what you expect. Sometimes people don't like it. So have an open mind. So I did a STN my first day when I came back from the clinical, he was like the first person to call me. He said, okay, tell me, how do you feel about it? And I said, I love it. And he's
Oh,
like,
good.
he said, why do you? I said, I love the fact that I was hands on, I was helping a patient. And he's like, yeah, so that's nursing. You are helping someone. So if you feel you like it, finish with tomorrow and then see if you can be an STN or a nursing assistant in the hospital that you work. So gradually, I became a nursing assistant, and um, he came. We got married. He moved here, and then he was like, "It's time for you to go to nursing school." So every step of the way, he kind of helped me. Okay, I went to a school. They said they had like 2 weeks
Mhm.
for their enrollment to end. He's like, okay, let's bring everything that you need to enroll in this program. I got everything I needed. I did the test within 48 hours. I had to go sit and write a test. And I did all that, but he has guided me. He kind of puts everything together for me, my career. If I have to um, look for a job, if I want to do something, we sit down, we talk about it, we weigh the pros and cons. He's like, I don't have any idea what you're talking about because now he's in finance. But
Wow.
I don't know I don't have any idea of what you're talking about, but let's talk about it. Tell me what this entails. Tell me this, tell me that, and then let's make a decision. So it was just the two of us. Then we had children. Then I needed that support because I have been to school through having children. So
Wow.
he was like, he would sit me down, and if I have to prepare a test or do something before I go to school, he will be right there. He said, I'm not sleeping until you're done studying because the moment I go to sleep, you will sleep. So he has been kind of like my destiny helper, I would say, to help me, and I love nursing. I don't see myself doing anything else. And so I'm always grateful. There's not a single day that I don't thank him for directing me to this path.
Wow. Tell him I said God bless him.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
indeed.
also proud of you. You are so smart. Like,
Thank
going back
you.
to school is not something that is easy.
Yeah.
So you are really encouraging me. So I think maybe you teach me also. I'll learn from you. Yeah. So did you get married in Ghana or in US?
We got married here. So we got married in 2015.
Oh,
Um here.
that's a long time.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
9 years now. So yeah.
Wow, good job. I'm clapping for you. It's not easy.
It's
Yes, yes,
not easy, right? Yeah, but
yes.
for me, I always say that marriage, God knew what He wanted to do with me, and He
Mhm.
knew that I will only get that through marriage. So I'm always grateful that I got married at that point, met him, and the choice of partner that God availed for me, I think was very perfect for my calling and for my destiny.
Mhm.
So it's been it's been fun. It's marriage is not easy.
I know.
Combining that with work and
Yes.
children, and I'm pretty ambitious because when he got me into it, I was like, oh yeah, I can do it. I want to do this. I want to do that. He's like, oh, menu me humpo. Mama, why you do man? I'm if you have a but
Yeah,
it, yeah, it's been fun.
I'm very happy because you brought that. Let's give some young ones little advice from here. So, did you pray for the kind of man you want. That's why God gave you such a wonderful man in your life like that, like how you always, say about he's really good and the helping and stuff.
I I did. I did not. I don't think I prayed in particular for if I was going to be just carnal. I wanted a tall guy. I wanted someone who was taller than me because growing up, my dad used to tease me a lot that I should never bring a short man home. That was like our way of breaking the ice and talking. So what I wanted was a very tall man, but at the same time, I had always prayed that God should bring people who align with my destiny
Okay.
and people who were not who do not feel belittled when they are trying to elevate you or when you're trying to be elevated.
That's right.
Because in your association, if you have people who have that kind of mindset that okay, I should be always be the one going up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when God chooses to bless you in a certain way, it breeds contempt and anger.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted someone who was on a mission to help me become successful and
That's
also for them also to have that pride in me. Because there are some marriages that the woman or the man could be elevated and one person will feel short of it,
mm-hmm.
would not be happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I was praying for destiny aligning more
Mm-hmm.
and someone who would treat me because I'm an only child. So someone who would treat me like a sister, everything.
Yeah.
So, and I think that that was my prayer. I didn't necessarily think it was going to come through marriage,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to align myself with people around me, my circle, to have people who wanted to support me in whatever I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for me, my prayer was very big. I didn't think of it as a marriage, but I thought of it as my circle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the young ones, please listen to what Abby is saying, because sometimes you go to marry and the vision. Last time I did a video with the young ladies, we were talking about the red flags when you meet a guy, the questions you should ask them before you
Mhm.
put yourself into that situation. Most of the time we think, oh, I love the person until you get into the situation that did I make a mistake and it will be late for you, because some ladies, we have vision. We want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do, but you meet the person because you didn't ask the person, to make sure if he also like is in line with you or like
Yeah.
and you stay with the person and now you want to go back to school, he will be like, and so who has to go to work and come and take care of you? And also you will go to school. It's not gonna be easy,
Yeah.
especially like you have kids before you started the nursing school, right?
No, I was pregnant. I
Well,
found out I was pregnant when I was accepted into the program. So it was pregnancy, nursing school, baby,
mhm.
nursing school, pregnancy, nursing school.
Yeah,
Then I did that through to my master's program. So when you look at this, the time span with which I had my children, I was in school almost every time. I was pregnant, I had a baby, I'll be doing my tests in labor room and
yeah.
all that. But yeah, I do agree with you. We use love and love kind of like blinds everything. But if you
They
look
don't
at
know.
yeah, the institution of marriage, love is just a minute part of it because whether we want to accept this or not, sometimes you wake up and you don't really love like the person lying by your side, depending on what is going on, issues coming up in marriage and all that. Love is the last thing you'll be thinking. But do you all have that the same vision?
Mhm.
And even the Bible says that two people may not work together unless they agree on something.
Yeah.
So it means that if my husband has a different mindset that, oh, next 3 years, I am going to build my own house.
Mhm.
And my mindset is in the next 3 years in Ghana. And my mindset is in the next 3 years, I want to have a very good career in here. He is working towards a different vision, and I'm working towards a different vision.
Yeah.
But when you sit and talk, and really, it's a conscious effort. It is hard, but it's consciously you have to make that decision that this is the person I'm working with, and we all have the same agenda.
Yeah, I think before someone will get married, you should start praying also to God that He should give you somebody that whatever you want to do in the future, they will understand you or they will agree with you. Because sometimes you go to school, but you don't even know what you really want to do, the subjects you want to do.
Yeah.
Until you're done with the school, or maybe you grow up, you become an adult, then something drop in your heart, then you're like, oh, I think I was supposed to go to this, way, but I already done with college or something like that. But you wanna go for another, but the partner will be like, oh, why didn't you do it before we get married? Now that we are married, everyone has to go to work and bring money on the board,
Money.
especially yenye etia brochi. I was with this caliber 50-50 near say.
Yeah.
I ever say 50-50 no na what you go school on TSC.
That, oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Intimate say, I believe we should, if you are not married and you are listening to us, you have to pray together, even though you don't know what you want to do it right now. In case if you get married and later on you start getting an idea or feelings that, oh, you want to go to another, before fra, or he will understand you. Say, oh, okay, even though me worry no not undo her, but say or person baby say, why can't I support or why don't I support her? I am not me money pino. I heard they say most of men they are scared, like ebia oh me buano mani drew pen so say ya obeba beye like kesia chemi obeba benye ska chemi and obe me mane ho suntino. They don't even wanna help you, omo person be boa mo do baby a would
And
yeah.
you know, cracking there, sometimes there's a fear, but so also no when you matter me says matters some way several times. And I put myself in check.
Mm-hmm.
So me yeah careful since here. So some nobody na ya dream, we don't agree on the same thing. Me kasamu to same.
Yeah.
Me yeah me pair story of
Hey,
me
much
we are
attention.
next no we are next me said okay
Yeah.
sasani akubia
Yeah.
we are say yeah me we are say no intimacy so no me make sure since here me mama non tra
Very important.
check me ho awo me tone me bibia because easy since nipa betimi afane e bia na ntisa but send ya obeka no delivery and I said I beka na be ma say or yasisa say first no when we were talking about our plans expenses at home and everything no, I make sure I keep the same energy. When I was in nursing school it got to a time was so intense that I had to do part-time with my husband. Every paycheck it just came direct deposit from his work, his pay stub no, he gave me $250 every 2 weeks to add up because he knew say and me Juma full time. And that it never leaves me. I always remember that Cynthia, whatever he was making, he made sure Cynthia I was still okay because my team hours so. And if it means Cynthia or no any sufficient manokwana every month, and every month Rebecca say $500 in 2018. Say me de mouth every month be a send be ya e ma ho nchire na me de me ho nchire me na untimi and taking care of expenses and I think that it created something in my mind saying Abigail making sure since that you me do see baby unya be ma we pasasa
Papa.
until sana me so no me hu no until me careful everything be me kasem ni we and say be we won't disagree but even when we are disagreeing we make sure since I'm very much aware say me nkokasa bia bia enchwe.
Yeah. So I will say here, say if you are a man or a young guy that you are listening to our conversations, what I will tell you is say, so if you really love the lady, if you really cherish the person, you ube boy ni pano. Memfa adwene boni bi ntach say ho me kwaboa no na da che ye ye a unim sase ma said ya wo kan se be ma ni yi ni yam yes papa na ma weda wutirim nyame hu mo bona se wo wia so be kai wo se ade nipa ya ma me de mi ngu nani mu aso be support no sa pepepe nso na se nipa no wo pesa wo ye o career no na se wo si kwan na kakra wo bro ho ase mia wani na uduru hodomo a se nyame anka wakoma na wa anye careful a ebe affect wo no amu because at that time no wa moa enti wo akra wadi bewu se na nipa ya mu kra ma moa no okokra ma support no okokra mibu na bam enti se wonye ska bi afisa ade ni mu mpo no de bi ma wa guilt conscious
Yeah.
that will rep we just kind you won't even feel happy because
Ultimately didn't hear
you
cry and
see
yeah with there because I
you
said when
see
you na any
you
watch
see oba
but
kai
oh
bia
buana
you ba kai bia
we need gym
yes
because a money na a invest money na my
oba support wa ma wo ho ato wahu na say even class nipa no say oboa ni mpo na so owie no wankae a nyame be shira wo spiritually
oh yes
because
yes
nyame nim say it's not your fault at least you help the person but nipa na ankae ameye ba most no say nipa na ye nipa ntina wo say ye ware obi osuro nyame sa wo ware obi osuro nyame a say de wo kan sister wo be kai nyame suro nti wo nya nipa na wo be hwe say papa we ma no wo be kai na so wo be sha na mu am obo say wow me bra me tim say ne no wo kunu di de pa because pempenso a waboa wa ma na duru no say wo kodu party bi ase or area bi no ka say oh me yiri ni all point wa any me ma na basa so all point where ni hey my wife oh you see my wife oh you see that lady over there with her obey you know oh feeling so proud of you
so
and
proud
mama happy financially mental everything ma who say marriage ya de bi a se mutimi build mo ho yi a mo ankasa mo ani gi o mo ani but say mo amboa mo an support each other wo obi vision ho na say yes say wugya no tra sa na enipa ne kodu pempenso anyame ehira na wani bewu enti da bia meka aware ho asem ne single for ho asem no wo a wutie me no bomodin na ye ho adwuma na daache wani ankowu na emom wani agete se de abi husband na ni beje obehu na yire na wo hu say maye adwuma papa maso ababa and also no more children enti say me chesa me mama me maboa me mama me a den na esai ho kwan oh say they maboa me mama me enti no I think say e was say di pa yenya adesua yenya adwen pa ne yama nyamesuro ye adwuma we mu nyamesuro a ye betimi we can do all things through Christ who strengthen us, right?
yes that's true.
So I want us also to talk a little bit about the nursing. Or let's say someone is watching us, they want to go to the nursing, but a huni srobia omu nim process no huni e wonye ne ho, especially bia ofi ye krom na abaha. Oni obia wa around okobusa information, but oba this platform at least no obeti bibi free in conversation say, oh, we talk about this. So obi peso oko remo process ndan na onye ansakra na amanetimi abem
mpacho medase nti no nursing program bi a pese wo bia no se wo nipa wa ha se woni someone no first thing se wo benya information and information no bia wo benya no the source of it nti se wo pese wo school nursing school a shusho nursing school and mremi bibia be google bia no unya answer nti no nursing schools near you typing it in now be who school se ben
okay
and be am casting here men fa ba ko pe men tie ba ko pass them then into an amount Wakwa, at least 3 schools be surprising bisa almost statistics almost graduating what is your end game in all but say nursing in particular then what kind of nurse do you want to be? Your different programs. Your LPN and your licensed practical nurse.
Okay.
Your ADN and your associate degree in nursing. And your BSN and your bachelor's of science in nursing. Intinimi and saying no, your nurses. Apart from say LPN or a licensed practical nurse or no a step before becoming a registered nurse. No, LPNs also try NCLEX. Almost try exam, board exams are a certified LPN as
Okay.
is obet me danye juma. Into school now obekono. Eye ni schools need the duration different. And also so no decide a juma woye ni anam say wa ha say wa wo ba na we high school no person nurse.
Yeah.
Mom and dad are both homes, are both at home, and they can help you.
Yeah.
And a bachelor program will be quite good for someone like that.
Yeah.
Obia wako school or Ghana, wabaha relocation, you're just trying to adjust. You need to pay bills, you need to take care of home and all that. No, if someone would decide, since I want to be an LPN, which is less time for education, so maybe 2 years or 15 months, as early as 15 months, you can be done with your LPN program. Then you are a nurse, but you're not a registered nurse yet. But it will just help you get a higher pay. Some people will just go into an ADN program. Between ADN and BSN, they both write the same exam. Just that one is about 24 months to 30 months, and one is 4 years. So it depends on what you're looking at, or background, and what you want to get out of it. And
Yeah.
the amount of decision.
Yeah, nti mefa ne say wo say wo started from CNA. Nti mefa ne say obi person obi run nursing ni mo. Do you think say it will be good for the person also start from CNA, because CNA no will also help you, will give you rough an idea of how wo be nurse na adwuma na site. Ebe more ebe ma at least no emfa ehu ni esuro bi embrew.
Yes, it will expose you. It will expose you a lot. That notwithstanding, you can also go to nursing school without being a CNA. Currently, my class I'm a trauma there. I have 5 students out of 8 students. Number one, 5 students and any hospital experience, but they are in a program. And I encourage them. My page, my back home, it will be a chronic because wow, a losing or nurse. And my we are familiar with patients, because sometimes students need to be back home on to me so patients.
Wow.
Like or on your familiar, but honor code bar now only patient, it helps communication, interaction, plus share your nurses and all the exams now not applicable. Nyawusia was school and 1 year hospitals nene baby ejuma into a wow ejuma as a CNA we are dear more nursing school.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, good. So right now our time is almost up, so we want to wrap it up. So, Cecilia, what will you tell the people? What will you leave? What message will you leave to the people who are watching us? You have any message?
What I would say is, whatever you set your eyes on, please do it, because regardless of what happens, 4 years, 5 years will still come by. So have an ambition, have a vision, and just pursue it. Go for it. It's difficult. It can be difficult, but whatever you set your mind to do it, pray about it. Let your faith lead you. Trust the people. Get good resources around you, good support system, and go for it. Don't give up.
Yeah. And guys, she's also a YouTuber and she also a TikToker. So if you want to follow her, can you please give us your platform information?
Just Abby Aaron. So it's just Abby Aaron, JUST Abby and RN. And I can be reached on all social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I am available as a resource if anybody is interested in talking to me about being a nurse, selecting nursing schools, their program. I also do tutoring. I tutor nursing students to help them, especially African nursing students.
Yeah. And so all your platform has the same names, just
Yes.
Abby Aaron, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so people, please let's go to her platforms and support. You see how the information, juicy information, they are my yes, you can support me. Me say me are one of her subscribers, and when I go there, I feel so happy. Michelle, when
Thank
you say, "Oh, she's doing so wonderful over there," you love, her platform, especially say, "Oh, yeah, live, well, live now, come up, you know."
But
Oh,
thank you. Yeah, thank you for your
uh-huh.
support. Yes, I enter, but I know Cynthia, there will be more opportunities for us to meet and talk. But thank you so much for your support. Sometimes people will reach out to you, and Cynthia, they just want something and then they are done. But I feel like Cynthia, between the two of us, no, this is a lifelong relationship, and we're building on it. And I really appreciate you, sir, the Metal platform, so and encouraging me or platform. I've gone there. I'm watching the videos, and I think so. You're doing marvelous. It's Nyamin Shroud. Nyamin Shroud. Thank you.
I just love doing it. Me start YouTube for no. Unsa wo start for I doing na ye bebre ba ugu so a we na start fe many abeje who too much. Me ye video and many aje abro. So especially
Yeah,
when I meet
yeah.
people like you, special people like you are, it makes me so happy, because
Thank you.
yeah, then some ni gu ha obi beba be na boa na brabo.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
say, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Senko obi beba be kan okreja comment and ka boa no. In case
Mhm.
of awesome kids, when you are not paying anything, you just have to hit the subscribe button. Just subscribe and like and share the video to help others too. That's it. We don't pay money for subscribing. You know,
No.
so you subscribe to my channel, you go to Just Abby and subscribe to it. You are not gonna pay anything, it's for free. And you learn a lot from there too, okay? Yeah, so I'm very honored to have you. It's serious, I'm so happy. I'm so happy, for giving me this
Fine.
opportunity to have.
Anytime.
And by
Anytime.
God's grace, we know we're gonna do part two, and
Yeah.
maybe 10 will come later. Who knows? Or
Amen.
yes, and also tell your husband and the children, God bless them too, for giving you this. And you obey maybe and the man you can say Umbra honey will be my video, but for
Exactly.
yeah, it mean a lot to me. And tell him
Thank
say,
you.
Nyami shane pa ekebia wabo me nua bɛma baabi a wa wotie me ka bia a waba wɔ just abi ho no nyame nhyira wayɛ ade dodo because yɛ sɛbi yɛ kuromfoɔ mmarima nyinaa na waware a wɔbɛka sɛ mede ɔbaa no ɛkɔ another level ama no ahyɛn ne ɛnyɛ obi
Yes.
bɛyɛ so I'm
Mhm.
so proud of him and young guys muntie na munsua young ladies mo nso monhwehwɛ papa o mo mmɔ mpaeɛ na nyame ma mo ne ɔbɛ support mo ɛm sɛ nnɛ baabi a ɛde mu bɛsi ne Lydia Boafo's YouTube channel ɛna wobɛhwɛ yi nyame nhyira wo na wonhyira wo sɛ da bia wo stop by and watch our videos and also don't forget to follow Just Abby, okay, watch her videos you
Thank
go there you'll be so happy me kɔ hɔ a na m'ani agye mesere biaa na I like I give you comment. I love giving comments a lot,
thank
thank you
you.
so much, thank you sweetheart, God bless, thank you.
God bless you. All right. Bye.
Bye.